Now, good morning, Northwest. It's the last big travel weekend before the end of summer, and if you are flying anywhere, you could be in for some travel issues.
Hotter and drier weather is ahead, but a cold front will follow. I'll have your Labor Day forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
And a Medical Lake Church steps up as one-stop shop for wildfire victims. We show you the wide range of things it's doing for its neighbors. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Friday. It is September 1st. Holy cow, that month flew by. Let's check in with Allison Martinez and with your first alert forecast.
Good morning. We have great news to start off your Friday. We have a beautiful weekend ahead. We're starting off by taking a look at our live conditions. 54 in Spokane and 53 in Coeur d'Alene. You can see a little bit of cloud cover this morning. This will continue, but we will be seeing a lot of sun peeking through as we make our way throughout our day. Here's a look at 4 things to know for your Friday. We're expecting plenty of sunshine today, highs in the 80s, a sunny weekend ahead, and we could be seeing a slight chance of Labor Day rain, so we want to keep you in the know on that. Here are our chances over the next couple of days. You can see 20% on Sunday and Monday. This is going to be very light rain, if anything. Just a mist. I know a lot of people go camping over this weekend, so just something to be aware of as you're packing up for this weekend. Now here's a look at our highs throughout the region. You can see we're in the 80s pretty consistently region-wide. 81 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene for our highs today. 82 in Kellogg, 78 in Pullman, 87 in Lewiston. Overall, it's a beautiful late summer day. Take advantage of it because fall is approaching very quickly. Now here is a look at our Friday planner. I want to point out our air quality is in the good range. We have been keeping a close eye on this, and we are very happy to report that we're looking good throughout our region. We're starting our day 7 a.m. at 54 degrees, and you can see we have a little bit of cloud cover, but overall it's a beautiful sunny day, and we are seeing clear skies starting at 5 p.m. as we make our way through the later hours of the evening before sunset. Our high for the day is 81 degrees, which is just a tiny bit above our average. Overall, beautiful Friday ahead.
And we're talking holiday travel at the Breaking Now desk this morning. If you're heading out to the airport for Labor Day weekend, the Federal Aviation Administration predicts that this will be the 3rd busiest holiday weekend of the year so far. Let's take a live look now at the current flight cancellations and delays from FlightAware. Right now, it looks like over 10,000 flights have been delayed. That's about 1,000 more than when we just checked about an hour ago. 1,400 have been canceled. The Transportation Secretary Administration estimates more than 14 million passengers are flying between today and next Wednesday, nearly 11% more than last year. That includes President Joe Biden, who's set to survey damage from Tropical Storm Idalia.
I'm going to Florida Saturday morning.
Idalia is making an impact at the pump as well. Drivers are seeing near record high gas prices for this time of year. AAA says the nationwide average is $3.82 per gallon. But while damage assessments are still being made in the wake of Tropical Storm Idalia, AAA says pump prices will remain neutral for the holiday weekend. Overall, domestic travel for Labor Day weekend bookings are up 4% from last year, and international trips up 44%, according to AAA. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Today's hearing for accused quadruple murderer Bryan Kohberger has been pushed back. He is requesting no cameras be allowed to record his hearings. A coalition of media companies, including KXLY, contest this motion, and a judge is allowing attorneys representing the coalition more time for argument. Kohberger is accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in an off-campus home in November. The journalists group has asked for a delay of at least a week so attorneys can prepare arguments. Hundreds of people lost their homes in the Gray and Oregon Road fires. The emergency has passed, but the recovery will take months, maybe even years.
And living through such a tragedy can bring on stress and anxiety that's hard to predict. So taking care of your mental health is really important. The Red Cross is offering disaster-related mental health services to those affected by the recent wildfires. The organization says the grief people may be experiencing is normal, and they're here to both listen and help. A mental health specialist with the Red Cross says people who are affected by the wildfires share similar struggles.
Having just trouble concentrating, sleeping. You can have what's called intrusive thoughts, where you're not trying to think about what happened, but those memories come back. You can even have physical sensations.
The Red Cross is stationed at different organizations to offer help. A nurse with the Red Cross says taking the time to just breathe and rest can be important as well. Other organizations that are offering mental health resources are the Salvation Army, Redemption Church in Medical Lake, Country Church of the Open Bible in Elk, and Foundations Family Support. For more information on the resources available, you can visit our website at any time at kxly.com.
2 Spokane organizations are teaming up to collect essential hygiene items for the people impacted by the Gray and Oregon Road fires. On Thursday, trucks were loaded with boxes for Project Beauty Share from Inland Power, containing things like shampoo, body wash, razors, and more. This round of donations is headed north to New Hope Resource Center, which has been helping people impacted by the Oregon Road fire. Gina Swanson with New Hope says these hygiene items are vital to ease the burden of an already stressful and expensive tragedy.
One of the most heart-wrenching things was we opened on Sunday right after the fire, and one family was so thankful just to have their toothbrush, just to have clean toothbrushes.
If you would like to donate, Project Beauty Share and Inland Power are still accepting donations of hygiene products. We included an Amazon wish list and areas you can donate in person on KXLY.com.
From offering mental health services to being connected to verified contractors, Redemption Church in Medical Lake is quickly becoming the hub of resources for those impacted by the Gray fire.
I lived in my house for 23 years, raised my kids, and to know that there's nothing there.
When her home turned to ash, Debbie Beal says she was left with nothing but questions. And that's where Redemption Church came in. From contractors to lawyers, lead pastor Nick Hawkins says they're in to help their community for the long haul.
This is our town. These folks are our family and our community. And so we really felt like, you know, there's sometimes where people go to church and there's sometimes to just be the church, be the helping hand that people need, right? And that's what we're here to do.
Today, Redemption Church is hosting a free community dinner for fire victims catered by volunteers. Then next week, the Salvation Army will begin giving out prepared meals in the church's parking lot. For more information, you can visit this story on KXLY.com. All right, as Washington high school teams get back on the football field tonight, we'll see something in Spokane we haven't seen since all the way back in 1969.
Varsity football at Hart Field. Lewis and Clark High School hosts South Hill rival Ferris this afternoon, playing at Hart Field for the first time in decades. The last time there was a varsity game at the field on 37th and Grand was November 7th, 1969. LC came back and won the game 27-22. The next season, field turf was ready to go at Joe Albi Stadium, and the teams made that their home for the next 53 years.
Tigers and Saxons, as well as North Central, Rogers, and Shadle Park are waiting for this to be finished. The new One Spokane Stadium right across the street from KXLY on West Boone. Of course, we can see it much better now that it's a little more light out. The stadium will be home to Spokane High School football and soccer and new USL professional soccer teams. Crews are installing seats right now. You can kind of see that on the far right-hand side there. They'll lay that turf in the next couple of weeks. The first games at the new stadium are set to be played on September the 28th. I can't wait for our kids to be able to play in such a cool new venue.
Brand new. It's going to be great.
All right. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:07.
Mark Peterson off for one more week. Allison Martinez, you've been doing a bang-up job. Thank you for being with us.
I appreciate it. You guys make it easy. It's the support I need up here with you, too.
Oh, you're doing great. And it's nice when the weather's so nice to talk about as well.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely. We're taking a look at our trends. You can see perfect temperatures this weekend. 85 on Saturday, 78 on Sunday. And we are going to see a little bit of a cooling trend. We'll let you know more coming up in your First Alert forecast.
From tornadoes and hurricanes to wildfires, natural disasters are wiping out federal emergency relief funds. How much the Biden administration wants to prop it up.
And former President Trump's lawyer and advisor, Rudy Giuliani, loses a defamation lawsuit. Why legal experts believe he didn't give the court the information it asked for, just ahead.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the Labor Day sale is on at Walker's Furniture.
With some of the largest discounts we've ever offered.
Including 5 years no-interest financing with no money down, so you can leave your checkbook at home and pay for it later.
Get drastic discounts on all bedroom and comfortable new living room furniture with big savings on our large section of mattress sets.
Plus, this week, get an additional $100 off your purchase.
This is one sale you can't afford to miss. Today through this Monday at Walker's.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Spokane Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our unique doctor-supervised program makes it easy to lose weight, get healthy, and get your energy back safely, naturally, and effectively. If you'd love to lose unhealthy fat without counting points or calories, no HCG, no drugs, no hypnosis or surgery, call Spokane Weight Loss today at 509-381-3388.
Hi, I'm Steve from Spokane. I've lost 42 pounds and 7 inches. I have arthritis and the pain has greatly subsided. I'm sleeping better at night and I have a lot more energy. I'm 6 months post-program and I've still kept the weight off.
Most patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month. That's a half a pound to a pound per day. For your free private weight loss consultation, call Spokane Weight Loss today. 509-381-3388. 509-381-3388. SpokaneWeightLoss.com.
At Joya Child and Family Development, little ones with developmental challenges are surrounded with support so they can reach their full potential.
Whether helping a child reach important milestones or uncovering a specific need, Joya offers specialized services so every child can thrive.
Numeric is honored to partner with organizations like Joya as they enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The 2024 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Plus, 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2024 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Drive new Subaru models with 4.9% financing at AutoNation Subaru.
It is 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. 2 manhunts are underway for prisoners who escaped from custody, one of them from the Northwest.
Now, police say 34-year-old Danilo Cavalcante escaped from a Philadelphia prison yesterday, 1 week after he was sentenced to life for killing his girlfriend. He stabbed her 38 times as her kids watched. On this side of the country, authorities in Oregon are scrambling to catch up with Christopher Prey, who's charged with attempted murder. He escaped from a hospital in Salem. These 2 manhunts come on the heels of several high-profile prisoner escapes this summer, with 4 convicts breaking out in the span of a week in July.
The U.S. Capitol physician has cleared Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell to resume his schedule. The 81-year-old senator's health came into question after he froze while speaking to reporters earlier this week. That marked the second such freezing incident in 2 months. Dr. Brian Monahan says occasional lightheadedness is not uncommon in concussion recovery. McConnell suffered a concussion in March. Many people are questioning if he will be able to continue leading the GOP caucus in D.C. through the end of next year.
The Kansas City man accused of shooting an unarmed teenager on his doorstep is now set to face a jury. The judge ruling there's enough evidence to go to trial. Ralph Yarl, who was then 16, apparently went to the wrong house while trying to pick up his brother. Yarl took the stand yesterday, saying he mistakenly went to 115th Street instead of 115th Terrace. He acknowledged reaching for the handle of the storm door when the 84-year-old Andrew Lester opened the inner door. Police say Lester then fired through the locked storm door, hitting Yarl in the head. He is still recovering from a brain injury.
Former Donald Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani has lost the defamation lawsuit brought against him by Georgia election workers. Legal experts believe he may have lost because he struggled to maintain access to his electronic records, partly due to costs, and couldn't adequately respond to subpoenas. However, he did show up to court on a private jet. Giuliani singled out election worker Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss when he made false claims of ballot tampering in Georgia after the 2020 election. There will be a trial later this year or early next year to determine the amount of damages.
Happy Friday. Here is your 10-second takeaway. Today we are seeing partly cloudy skies and we have a very hot weekend ahead. Temperatures in the 80s and our high for today is 81 degrees.
President Biden is asking Congress for $4 billion more to replenish the Federal Emergency Management Agency's disaster relief fund. This is on top of the $12 billion request he made last month. It also comes days after Hurricane Idalia wreaked havoc on Florida and several other states. FEMA's disaster relief fund is already running out of money for the year. The federal government says there have been 15 weather-related disasters that have each exceeded $1 billion in damages. It's a whole lot of disasters. All right, good morning, Northwest. Time is just about 6:14 now.
The area of 2nd and Division in Spokane, police say crime there near Catholic Charities has become a crisis. The organization's own leader agrees. Coming up, what he blames for it and possible solutions the group is looking at.
And as we head into a commercial break, a live look at Riverfront Park. It's quiet now, but we'll be hopping again all weekend long as Pig Out in the Park gets back into full swing. We'll be right back with Good Morning Northwest right after this.
Winning a new Yukon Denali at Northern Quest is easy. Sending your other car to live on a farm upstate? Well, you'll get over it. Don't miss the $116,000 Yukon Rush giveaway with the grand prize drawing on September 29th at Northern Quest. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter, and you could be driving home in a brand new GMC Yukon Denali at the end of the month. Details at northernquest.com.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Friday. Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us every freedom we enjoy as Americans. Stop into any Global branch and pick up a red pin to show your support. Then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th. Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
Start your day with Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
Fred's received a truckload of Samsung refrigerators just in time for the Labor Day sale. Save $360 on a stainless Samsung side-by-side fridge for only $12.99. Fred's also has an incredible price on a Samsung French door fridge. Priced at only $14.99, you save $1,100. Plus, get up to $500 in exclusive rebates. Save on all major appliances at Fred's Labor Day sale. I like.
I felt like nobody wanted me. I was just felt like my life was already over.
I had nightmares every single day in my birth mom's house. It was just really scary for me living there.
My biggest fear was that I was gonna age out and not know how to be sufficient on my own.
At a certain age, like, they don't want you, you're troubled and stuff. But, like, inside I knew, like, I'm not a troubled kid. I know what I'm meant for, like, why I'm here.
I was scared, I was lost, and I felt hopeless. Even if I wanted to be adopted, who would adopt a 17-year-old?
He deserves to feel happy. To feel loved. And I just wish I had gotten him sooner.
Four News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It's now 6:17. Major concerns are swirling around the corner of 2nd and Division near Catholic Charities.
Yeah, they have been for some time. Spokane police say they've witnessed a surge in drugs and street-level prostitution there, saying the area is in full-on crisis mode. Police, along with Catholic Charities CEO Rob McCann, shared their findings during a public safety committee meeting Tuesday night in front of city council members. McCann warning council members that, quote, it's getting to the point where someone is going to get killed in the area. McCann says the majority of crime happening around his housing complex isn't being committed by the residents themselves. He says they're primarily the victims.
You know, we need to, these are drug dealers and human traffickers. They have weapons, they show weapons, they flash weapons, they are assaulting each other, but mostly they're preying on the residents and the clients of House of Charity and our housing. Our people who are living in these buildings are afraid to even come out because they're going to get beat up or they're going to get curb stopped or whatever.
Now, McCann told council members that Catholic Charities spends about $1.5 million on private security. Those services, though, are either laughed at or threatened. During Tuesday's meeting, the group discussed several solutions, including clearing out those streets and turning Catholic Charities into more of a campus, having Catholic Charities pay commissioned officers to patrol the area, or even adding fencing. They have yet to decide on a solution there. But yeah, it's no doubt a big problem.
Yep.
All right, Riverfront Park about to be busy again as Pig Out in the Park lasts through Labor Day, and it'll get going again, I believe, at 11 o'clock today.
Yeah, go get your lunch out there. It's going to be a beautiful day for it, and actually a beautiful weekend for Pig Out in the Park, which runs all the way through Monday.
That is right. We have plenty of sunny, warm days ahead. Perfect conditions for really anything that you want to do outside. We have a high of 81 degrees today, partly cloudy skies, winds just 5 to 7 miles per hour. Now, as we head into our evening, we have a comfortable overnight low as well, 57 degrees, mostly clear, very light winds. As you go throughout all of your Friday, you're really in good conditions for enjoying time outside. We're taking a look at our air quality also on that note, and we are in the good range, which we are happy to report. Now, here's a look at our forecast radar. You can see Friday, Saturday, very dry throughout the region. The only time we could be seeing some slight chances of precipitation is Sunday. Here's a look at Sunday around 7 o'clock. You can see we have a little bit of activity around the LC Valley, around Pullman as well. So basically, this is really the only chance that we're seeing of rain, and this is just going to continue a little bit as we make our way through Monday. But this is going to be very light rain, if anything. You're hardly going to feel it. Most of it won't make its way to the ground, but just something to keep in mind as we see that cooling front as we approach the next week. Here's a look at our temperatures right now throughout the region. 57 in Grand Coulee, 54 in Spokane, 52 in Sandpoint, cooler 47 in Pullman. Overall, it is a pretty comfortable morning here. Now, here's a look at our highs throughout the day. We're going to reach temperatures in the 80s finally. We had a bit of a cooler spell, but now we're back in the 80s. 81 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 82 in Kellogg, 81 in Ritzville, 78 in Pullman. We're enjoying our summer temperatures as we reach the last bit of our summer. Now, here's a look at our planning forecast. You can see Friday, dry conditions, 81 degrees. Saturday, we're going to hike up in temperatures to 85. Those dry conditions will continue, and then we're going to see a bit of a cool down Sunday to 78, 72 on Monday. If you're fans of cooler temperatures, these are great days to spend time outdoors on this Labor Day weekend. And as we continue into the next week, we're going to be mostly dry with temperatures in the 70s.
Yeah, it looks so nice.
Anywhere right in that 70 to 85 range is about perfect, in my opinion, anyway.
I agree.
All right.
It is now 6:21. The Cougs are less than 36 hours away from their season opener at Colorado State. We will hear from the team.
And the Vandals opened their season last night on the road and are coming home with a convincing win over Lamar. We'll have the highlights for you coming up next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Ready to skip invasive procedures by looking years younger? Now get visible, proven results for problem skin areas in just minutes, not weeks. Try clinically proven Plexiderm for dramatic results and younger-looking skin at home in just 10 minutes. Results that last for hours.
Plexiderm is a really good alternative to getting injections because I had a huge 11 just 15 minutes ago, and right now there's no 11, and I look natural. It's not too tight, and it's great. I like it.
I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works.
If you're ready to see how Plexiderm can help you, get a convenient trial kit now for the low cost of $14.95 plus free shipping, and enjoy visible results like these in just 10 minutes or your money back. Plexiderm is made of naturally derived silicate minerals from shale clay that forms a safe and effective temporary firming layer on your skin, giving you visible, youthful results in minutes that last for hours.
I expected maybe to see a little difference, like the difference I get with makeup. I did not expect to go back in time 10 years.
There's no smoke and mirrors. It's legit. And in just a few minutes, it's amazing.
Plexiderm comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, but you won't need 30 days because you will know in the first 10 minutes. Try Plexiderm this Labor Day and see how it can work for you. If after using Plexiderm you're not showing your best face to the world, we'll refund your money. No questions asked. Act now for this special offer. Get a convenient trial kit for just $14.95 plus free shipping by ordering online at plexidermtrial.com or by calling the number on your screen.
Whether you're working hard or hardly working, it's time to get a better night's sleep. And during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $900 off adjustable Purple mattress sets. Or check out the Summit, now only $299.99. Save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. The Idaho football team jumped on the scene last year, becoming one of the darlings of FCS football. Now, in the first year under head coach Jason Eck, the team made the playoffs for the first time since 1995. And the Vandals picked up right where they left off to open this season. Idaho opened the season with a 42-17 win over Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. Big Sky preseason offensive MVP Hayden Hatton caught 2 touchdown passes. Vandals running back Anthony Woods ran for 2 touchdowns as well. Now, next up for the Vandals, a matchup against Nevada on the road next Saturday. Washington State football has gone through all of the off-season practices, all of the team meetings, and all of the film sessions. Now it's time to play. The Cougars open the season on Saturday against a familiar opponent, Colorado State. The Cougars beat the Rams 38-7 last year, but last year means nothing. Both teams have some different players and a few different coaches. Now, it's been a long off-season getting ready for this moment. And the Cougars, they're tired of scrimmaging against one another at practice. They're ready to take on the Rams.
We're rocking and rolling right now. We got a good game plan in by Coach Buck. The receivers are in the O-line, look extremely good right now. So it's really all about putting together come game one. We got to start fast, finish fast.
It's very important to get a win and go 1-0 and start fast on the year, because then it just gets that confidence going and it gets the ball rolling. And not only that, you get to see the mistakes that you make and know, like, you know, we're going to get better off of that even though we won this and that.
Washington State and Colorado State kickoff at 4 o'clock on Saturday. And don't forget to tune into Friday Night Sports Extra tonight. We will have all the top plays and highlights from high school football around the Inland Northwest. That's on Nightside at 11 o'clock. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
So love that football's back, and great for all the high schools to have good weather tonight for it, too. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
As we go to a commercial break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7. We'll be back.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a warning for swimmers ahead of the holiday weekend. Almost the entire Atlantic coast is on alert for life-threatening rip currents, and some places getting 7 to 11-foot waves. It's a dangerous concoction for anybody going to the beach.
We have a rip current recipe for disaster right now. The full moon's pulling on the current stronger than ever, and then the storm adds waves and wind that just makes things that much more dangerous for everyone.
I experienced what it's like being in a rip current firsthand about a decade ago with the San Diego Lifeguard and Coast Guard.
So my instinct is to swim directly where I came from, but then I'm going to have to go against the current.
And coming up at 7 a.m., I'm going to show you what to do if you find yourself trapped in a rip current. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ginger Z, ABC News, New York.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. All school employees, private and public, receive free admission on Sunday, September 17th. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
We're starting a movement. Well, technically a don't movement.
Because we work hard and want to relax harder.
It's the Labor Day sale. Save 30% on everything. Plus 0% interest until 2027.
We the stressed out will stretch out.
And we the planners plan to lay back.
Hurry in. Labor Day sale going on now. Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, save thousands of dollars on the best selection of trucks and SUVs during the Big Deal event this week at both Cal locations in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
I always get excited when my inventory looks this good.
And that means it's the perfect time to trade up. Plus, this week, get top dollar for your trade-in, including a minimum trade offer. And delay payments until November 1st. Today through this Monday at both Cal locations.
Cornhole at the Spokane Fair just keeps growing. 10 full days of cornhole at the 2023 Spokane County Interstate Fair. Anyone can play. Anyone can win. We'll see you at the 2023 Spokane Fair.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading about online.
The Ron DeSantis campaign may be stretching some campaign finance rules in an urgent appeal to wealthy Republicans. A super PAC backing the Florida governor told donors they need an injection of $50 million over the next 4 months. According to leaked audio obtained by CNN, this happened in Milwaukee ahead of that first GOP presidential primary debate. Federal rules prevent presidential candidates and their campaigns from coordinating with supportive super PACs. Never Back Down CEO Chris Jankowski also told donors they need $100 million more by the end of March.
Lime scooters have been a staple in Spokane for several years now, but in Paris, people voted overwhelmingly to ban those for-hire e-scooters. 90% of Parisians who turned out to vote in April voted for the ban, which takes effect today. The French Academy of Medicine called e-scooters a true public health problem, and some statistics show why. In just 2022, Paris police say there were 516 accidents involving the scooters, resulting in 426 injuries and 3 deaths.
Seems like a lot of incidents.
It sure does. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Friday, September 1st. Cannot believe it's September already. Allison Martinez is here with a look at that first alert forecast as we head into the weekend.
Good morning. We still are feeling those beautiful summer temperatures, even though we are inching our way through September. Luckily, we're at the front of it, so we're still seeing some beautiful warm temperatures. Currently, we are at 54 in Spokane and 53 in Coeur d'Alene. You can see that sun peeking through finally this morning. A little bit of cloud cover, but nothing too wild today. Here are 4 things to know for your Friday. We are expecting plenty of sunshine today, highs in the 80s. We do have a sunny weekend ahead, though we could be seeing some slight chances of rain on Labor Day. Now here's a look at those exact chances. You can see 20% on Sunday and Monday. This is very light, 10% on Wednesday. This rain is going to be very subtle, if anything. It's just going to be a mist. It's pretty much just going to stay in the atmosphere. You'll see cloudy skies, but nothing too heavy that we will feel as we move throughout our weekend. Here's a look at our highs throughout the region. We have temperatures in the 80s throughout the area. 81 in Ritzville, 81 in Spokane, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. A little bit cooler, 78 in Pullman and 87 in Lewiston. Gorgeous weather today to enjoy to kick off for your Labor Day weekend. Here's a look at your planner for this Friday. 54 degrees is how we're starting off our day at 7 o'clock. And as we make our way throughout the rest of the day, we have the tiniest bit of cloud cover, but really it's going to clear out for those final evening hours before sunset. We'll hit our high of 81 degrees around 3 p.m., just a few degrees above our average. Overall, it's going to be a perfect Friday to enjoy high school sports, anything you'd like to do outdoors on this day.
We're tracking new details at the Breaking Now desk. If you're one of the millions of people with student loans, today marks a milestone. This morning, interest on balances will begin to accrue again, following a 3-year pandemic pause and ahead of a full restart of loan payments next month. Many borrowers had their hopes of relief dashed when the Supreme Court struck down President Biden's student loan debt cancellation plan this summer, ruling that the president does not have the authority to erase $400 billion in debt without congressional approval. The White House arguing that the plan would have put money back into people's pockets.
Would give back to the economy, right? Or be able to buy a home, or able to do things that actually build back the economy.
The president is now working on a plan B. He's looking to invoke the Higher Education Act of 1965, which allows government-backed student loans and grants to be adjusted, waived, or outright canceled. Details of that plan and who might benefit are still unclear. While student loan payments will restart October 1st, exact payment dates will depend on the lender. Borrowers should begin receiving their bills in the days ahead. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
In Firewatch coverage now, cooler fall-like weather has helped firefighters increase containment on both the Gray Fire and the Oregon Road Fire. The Gray Fire in Medical Lake is now 93% contained, with firefighters now in the mop-up phase, and many of them moving on to other fires. Near Elk, the Oregon Road Fire is 83% contained. All evacuation notices are now lifted. There are still more than 600 people working on both of these fires.
And those fires brought so much tragedy to families in our region. Volunteers in Spokane County are reaching every corner of the disaster right now. Red Cross volunteers say they will continue to help rebuild the community together. Executive Director Lacey Clark says volunteering is important right now, especially in the recovery process. She says the community has raised more than $300,000. That money will be used for meals, mental health services, as well as other health services. Clark says every skill matters and training is required to be a volunteer.
It depends on what they desire to do. So we have volunteers that help with our staffing. We have volunteers that help with our external relations, volunteers that are helping in our shelters that are very client-facing. And so each one of those positions requires a little bit different training.
And once that training is done, volunteers are eligible to help other communities who may be going through a similar tragedy. And Clark adds that the Red Cross would love to have more bilingual volunteers.
Now, many of the fire victims we've spoken to in Medical Lake and Elk say they're staying with friends or family or looking for temporary homes as they rebuild. Slumber Spokane, a vacation home rental company, is working directly with local insurance companies to get people who've been displaced by these fires back into housing. And impacted families, no matter their insurance situation, can get into a fully furnished home. The rentals are ready for impacted families to move in as they start over.
We worked with a couple families, which has just been really close to my heart because I'm from Spokane, and so it's been tough to get those calls, but just know, like, we're with you, we're here, and we want to help.
Alicia Newman says they are willing to work with anyone displaced. Slumber Spokane works directly with insurance companies.
And families impacted by the wildfire will continue to have access to state emergency funds, with Governor Jay Inslee expanding the Emergency Cash Assistance Program until the end of September, the 29th. And besides clothing and food, you might also want to consider donating things that help families forget about their trouble, at least for a little while, like this woman did, Shirley Purcell, who knows what it's like to lose everything. She actually lost her home in a fire when she was 7 years old. And while years have passed, this tragedy hits close to her heart. Her goal is to help give families reasons to smile again. And she donated movie tickets. And along with that, cash for popcorn and snacks and things. Just so incredibly sweet. You can pop on to KXLY.com. We have lots of ways that you can help people, the wildfire victims, and in their recovery. It's going to be a long, long process.
You bet. All right. Good morning, Northwest time is now 6:38.
Allison Martinez filling in for Mark Peterson one more day, and it's an incredible weekend ahead.
It is. As you can see, we're pretty dry throughout our region. Not much remainder of that rain, just a little bit, kind of scattered, but overall, it's going to be a beautiful, warm, clear day. We'll have more coming up in your first alert forecast.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the sleep savings are on at Walker's Furniture.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year on all your favorite brands like Purple, Serta iComfort, and Beauty Rest mattress sets.
Plus, special 5 years no interest financing with no money down was brought in, as well as an additional $100 gift card with select sets sold. Plus, Walker's is also giving you an additional $100 off.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
Today through this Monday at Walker's.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. If you're 55 and over, you receive free admission on September 11th. Compliments of dynamic decks. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
From her new show, Beef, Ali Wong.
Beef is about these two strangers. We get into a road rage incident.
It's so relatable, and I know you're probably like, wait, it's relatable, what's wrong with you?
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance. Only at Blue Compass RV.
Where should I walk? Right here? Is this good?
Yeah, you can walk right there. This is your show. Do whatever you want.
You walk in.
It's live with Kelly and Mark.
Wow, that was a nice reception.
New research suggests that French fries may be linked to depression.
No.
I experience euphoria upon eating French fries.
Euphoria.
Elation.
All the E's.
Every weekday morning.
That's right. That's right.
It all goes down on daytime's #1 talk show. Yeah, of course that. All that.
We're sitting on a couch with the new co-host, husband and wife team.
Watch live with Kelly and Mark. Weekdays at 9 a.m. Only on 4 News Now.
It's now just about 6:41. Millions of people are hitting the road or taking to the skies for the Labor Day weekend. The FAA says it could be the 3rd busiest travel weekend of the year. Seattle is one of the top 5 destinations next to Orlando, Anchorage, New York, and Las Vegas. That's according to AAA. But some travel plans will likely be affected to some extent by bad weather, including the aftermath of Hurricane Idalia.
There's always going to be some amount of cancellations that happen as long as we have bad weather on the schedule.
As for those hitting the road, gas prices are up from last month. It's about $4.81 a gallon in Spokane, $4.11 in Coeur d'Alene.
Canada has issued a warning to its LGBTQ citizens about traveling to the U.S., saying Canadians should be aware of certain state laws that may affect them. Those include bans on drag shows, restrictions on gender-affirming care, and participation in sporting events. The advisory also links to broader advice on laws that criminalize same-sex activities or target people based on sexual orientation or gender identity. The State Department responded by saying the U.S. is committed to promoting tolerance and inclusion.
Good morning and happy Friday. Here is your 10-second takeaway. Today we're expecting partly cloudy skies. It is going to be a beautiful day and we have a hot weekend ahead. Our high for today is a beautiful 81 degrees.
Well, tonight, the Friday Night Lights will be on at football fields around the area. It's the night high school kids live for and a chance to get back to something normal for kids impacted by wildfires.
Giza Credit Union is partnering with the Riverside School District to make sure opening night of football is memorable. The credit union is holding a community event from 5 to 7, collecting donations for those who lost everything in the Oregon Road fire. There at the school, there will be free food, and Giza is paying for everyone to watch the game. The first 1,000 people will take home some free swag, too. Giza plans to match donations up to $100,000. Wow, it's going to be a great night there.
Yeah, it should be a fun atmosphere. The Rams hosting the Lumberjacks of St. Mary's.
It is now 6:43.
All right, we'll be back with a look at the impacts of Hurricane Idalia and some calmer weather closer to home right after this.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
You've been thinking about it. You've just been waiting for the best time to get it. Wendell Ford is stocked up and ready to offer great incentives on the best vehicles for your final summer exploration. The iconic 2023 F-150 XLT with available 1.9% finance and some with over $9,000 off MSRP. Or the adventurous Bronco Sport, 1.9% financing and trade assist. Start your Labor Day with adventure and savings at Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Every food you love is good food. And the foods we love, they're all a little different. At Yolks, we believe food is meant to be made just the way you like it. So whether it's filling you up, or giving you comfort, or trying something new, it's all good if you're making something you love. Whatever you're into, we've got you at Yolks Fresh Market.
I'm Mark Peterson. Research shows that older adults want to stay in their homes for as long as possible. But as we age, our needs change. There are modifications you can make to allow elderly individuals to stay in a home comfortably and safely. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
Buy more, save more during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 amazing days to get $100 off every $1,000 you spend. With the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to refresh your living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. Check out special purchases and doorbusters while they last. Plus, 6 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Did you ever really catch a fly with chopsticks?
Well, the secret comes out now.
The Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio. Plus, John's new Football Sunday pasta fish. Next, Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5. A treacherous wildfire season ahead.
The next wildfire is not a question of if, it's a question of when.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage, keeping you safe with resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app.
All the components are in place for a large fire.
That fire has grown exponentially. And the winds will bring more smoke into the region.
We've even seen flames from the distance we are.
Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Idalia brought damaging tornadoes, severe flooding, and powerful winds from Florida to the Carolinas, leaving destruction in its wake.
As the recovery process continues, President Biden is vowing federal resources to the areas hardest hit, with plans to survey the damage tomorrow. ABC's Em Nguyen has more from St. Petersburg.
Good morning. Many coastal communities are still reeling from Idalia. I talked to a family here in St. Petersburg who came back to a home full of water. They said they lost nearly everything.
This morning, Idalia from Florida to the Carolinas, leaving behind a trail of devastation. In the Big Bend of the Sunshine State, where Idalia made landfall as a Category 3 hurricane, buildings and businesses destroyed. Houses ripped from their foundations, cars and debris littered the landscape.
Here in St. Petersburg, Florida, more than 24 hours after Idalia had passed, most of the waters have receded, except some neighborhoods are still flooded, like this one, up to 10 inches.
This mother of 5 returned from evacuation to find her home inundated with up to 2 feet of water. Outside, this pile of their belongings, all of it destroyed.
You just brought it all out here?
Yeah, we have a dump truck, or the city said they were gonna come pick everything up, so we're just trying to get it all out. Wow. Get the house dried out. It sucks to lose everything.
Everything, including her home itself. President Biden signing a major disaster declaration for Florida with plans to survey the damage on Saturday.
President Biden is asking Congress for billions of dollars in extra disaster relief funding in the wake of Idalia and the wildfire disaster in Maui. Em Nguyen, ABC News, St. Petersburg.
Just awful to see that destruction.
No doubt about it.
On a much lighter note, here at home, we are about to open, well, in about 4 hours and 13 minutes or so, opening up Pig Out in the Park as it goes all the way through Monday.
Yeah, Alex Knapp, who's behind the camera here, probably wondering if he can snack some early treats here on our Friday morning. And we're going to send things over to Allison Martinez. And, you know, after a couple days of rain, it's really going to dry out. I think that's really going to help all those vendors at Pig Out.
Oh, absolutely. This is ideal Pig Out in the Park weather, I would say. 81 degrees, beautiful, clear skies, just a little bit of cloud coverage. Maybe it'll bring you a little shade, if anything. All those vendors out there. Winds just 5 to 7 miles per hour. As we head into our evening, we have a low of 57. So even if you're at Pig Out in the Park in the evening hours, it's going to be comfortable there as well. Mostly clear night, light winds. Now, here's a look at our forecast radar. And as you can see, Friday, Saturday, we're pretty dry throughout the region. We're only seeing a slight chance of precipitation making its way on Sunday morning. Here's a look at 7 a.m. You can see a little bit of activity along the LC Valley, inching a little bit close to Spokane, but this activity is going to be very light. You're not going to be feeling too much moisture. If anything, it's just going to be in the clouds. That's how we'll really be able to see this activity. Not too much water hitting the ground for sure. And that system is making its way out of our region as we inch later into our hours on Sunday. Here's a look at our current temperatures throughout the region. 58 in Grand Coulee, 54 in Spokane, 53 in Coeur d'Alene, a little bit cooler, 47 in Pullman. And as we take a look at our highs, you can see we're in the 80s region-wide, 81 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 78 in Pullman, 82 in Kellogg. Overall, a beautiful Friday for you today. Here's a look at our planning forecast. These gorgeous conditions are only going to continue as we make our way throughout the weekend. 85 on Saturday and a little bit cooler, 78 on Sunday. And as we approach Monday, Labor Day, our high is 72 degrees, but will be mostly clear. And this will continue into the next week with temperatures remaining in the 70s.
Yeah, and those overnight lows, in the 40s.
Haven't seen those in a while, it seems like.
Kidding. It is now 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Friday morning. TGIF, y'all. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mysticwa Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are encouraging you to once again wear red on Friday. Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us every freedom we enjoy as Americans. Stop into any Global branch and pick up a red pin to show your support. Then wear red every Friday from now until September 11th. Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years. And during the Labor Day sales event, we're offering great trade-in values. Plus a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty on all pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in every day with great financing options. So you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Summer storms, sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app, only on 4 News Now.
We're starting a movement. Well, technically a don't movement.
Because we work hard and want to relax harder.
It's the Labor Day sale. Save 30% on everything. Plus 0% interest until 2027.
We the stressed out will stretch out.
And we the planners plan to lay back.
Hurry in. Labor Day sale going on now. Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy. family fun, all in one place. River Park Square.
Summer storms, sudden, intense, dangerous. 4 News Now First Alert Weather warns you in advance.
Up to quarter-size hail.
Keeping you informed until the threat is past and your family is safe. On the air, on the app, only on 4 News Now. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Friday and the weekend with the morning sprint.
Well, the pandemic-era pause on loan payments is coming to an end. Sydney Charles has the details.
But first, let's get to Allison Martinez with your Labor Day weekend forecast.
We have good news for you for Labor Day weekend. We have clear, sunny skies ahead. We will be having some hot temperatures. We're taking a look at our highs throughout the region. For today, we have temperatures in the 80s throughout the area, 81 in Spokane and in Coeur d'Alene. It's going to be a really warm, beautiful day today, and these conditions are only going to continue as we head into the weekend. As we take a look at our temperature trend here, you can see we're above average temperatures in 85 on Saturday, and we'll cool down the tiniest bit on Sunday to 78 degrees.
AAA says domestic travel for Labor Day weekend bookings are up 4% from last year. International trips up 44% for flyers. The Federal Aviation Administration predicts that this will be the 3rd busiest holiday weekend of the year. The Transportation Security Administration estimates more than 14 million passengers are flying between today and next Wednesday, nearly 11% more than last year. Everything you need to know about Labor Day travel is coming up next on Good Morning America.
In our Fire Watch coverage, cooler fall-like weather has helped firefighters increase containment on both the Gray Fire and the Oregon Road Fire. The Gray Fire in Medical Lake is now 93% contained, with firefighters now in the mop-up phase. Near Elk, the Oregon Road Fire is 83% contained. All evacuation notices are lifted.
Hundreds of people lost their homes in the Gray and Oregon Road fires, and living through such a tragedy can bring on stress and anxiety that's hard to predict. So taking care of your mental health is important. The Red Cross is offering disaster-related mental health services to those affected by the recent wildfires. The organization says the grief people may be experiencing is normal, and they're here to both listen and help. For more information on the resources the Red Cross is providing, you can go to KXLY.com.
And from offering mental health services to being connected to verified contractors, Redemption Church in Medical Lake is quickly becoming the hub of resources for those impacted by the Gray Fire. Lead pastor Nick Hawkins says they are in to help their community for the long haul. Today, Redemption Church is hosting a free community dinner for fire victims catered by volunteers. Then next week, the Salvation Army will begin giving out prepared meals in the church's parking lot.
Well, many of the fire victims we've spoken to in both Medical Lake and Elk say they're staying with friends or family as they look to rebuild. Slumber Spokane, a vacation home rental company, is working directly with local insurance companies now to get people who've been displaced by these fires back into housing. And impacted families, no matter their insurance situation, can get into a fully furnished home. The rentals are ready for impacted families to move in as they start over. For more details about the rentals Slumber Spokane offers, you can find this story on our website.
Families impacted by the wildfire will continue to have access to state emergency funds, with Governor Jay Inslee expanding the Emergency Cash Assistance Program until September 29th. You can find the link to apply for aid, information on how to help fire victims, and all of our Fire Watch coverage right now on KXLY.com and the 4 News Now app.
Today's hearing for accused quadruple murderer Bryan Kohberger has been pushed back. He's requesting no cameras be allowed to record his hearings. A coalition of media companies, including KXLY, contest this motion, and a judge is allowing attorneys representing the coalition more time for argument. Bryan Kohberger is accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in an off-campus home in November of last year. The journalist group has asked for a delay of at least 1 week so attorneys can prepare arguments.
And if you're one of the millions of people with student loans, today marks a milestone. This morning, interest on balances will begin to accrue again after a 3-year pandemic pause. Many borrowers had their hopes of relief dashed when the Supreme Court struck down President Joe Biden's student loan debt cancellation plan this summer. While student loan repayments will start October 1st, exact payment dates will depend on the lender. Borrowers should begin receiving their bills in the days ahead.
As Washington high school teams get back on the field tonight, we will see something in Spokane we haven't since 1969, varsity football at Hart Field. Lewis and Clark High School hosts South Hill rival Ferris this afternoon, playing at Hart Field for the first time in decades. The last time there was a varsity game at the field was up on 37th and Grand was November 7th, 1969.
Yeah, the Tigers and Saxons, as well as North Central, Rogers, and Shadle Park, are waiting for this to be finished. The new One Spokane Stadium right across the street from KXLY on West Boone. The stadium will be home to Spokane High School football and soccer and new USL professional soccer teams. The first games of that stadium are set to be played on September the 28th. All right, we're back with a final check of weather right after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Set summer in motion with the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet. Like the CR-V and the Accord, both with available hybrid powertrains, designed to deliver more thrilling performance and more innovative tech. Make every adventure more electrifying with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We're taking a look over Spokane. You can see a little bit of cloud coverage this morning, though that won't stick around for too long. We will be seeing the sun peek through very soon. Thankfully, we have a gorgeous Labor Day weekend ahead. We're taking a look at our planning forecast. You can see we have temperatures in the 80s on Friday and Saturday, clear conditions, and on Sunday we will drop down to 78, though it's going to be very comfortable temperatures through the next couple of days as well. We'll be right in the 70s. We're not expecting too much rain throughout our region. If anything, we'll be seeing just a sprinkle.
Scriptos is for football. Vandals got us started with a win last night. Eags and Cougs got to follow suit tomorrow. And we've got all our high school teams playing on both sides of the border.